This is your gaming weekly news. Tony Hawk is coming back to Xbox, and they're bringing another fan favorite. Tony Hawk 1 and 2 Remaster was a breakout hit, and 3 and 4 are coming July 11th, 2025, which puts Xbox at an unbelievable pace of first-party games coming out this year, basically giving you something brand new to play almost every single month, whether you're on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, cloud, handheld, and everywhere else. And of course, Tony Hawk 3 and 4 Remaster looks incredible. The side-by-side show the attention to detail of bringing the game to life in a modern era. And this is the only way to bring Tony Hawk back, is letting us play those tried and true favorites. And Xbox right now is doing it right when it comes to remasters, remakes, letting us play games that we played 15 or 20 years ago instead of something we played 5 or 6 years ago on a last generation console. We have to talk about, where are the ABK games that are supposed to come to Game Pass? In 2021, when Xbox closed the Bethesda deal and they own those studios, the month later they dropped 20 legacy games on Game Pass and just put those in the service. And that's what Xbox promised they would do. They would bring their games from their studios, their first-party suites, into Game Pass, and they did that with Bethesda. But it's been 500 days, and only a couple of ABK games from Activision and Blizzard have dropped into Game Pass, like Diablo 4, Call of Duty, and Spyro. But there are 50 or 60 some games, many of them behind licensing with Transformers, Spider-Man, and so many more that can't come to back compat because the licensing completely restricts that. But there are so many games, like 12 or 15 Call of Duty games, that should be entered into Game Pass and be available because that is part of the library of Xbox. And they're all available on back compat. They're all available to purchase and play right now. But why isn't Xbox putting those in Game Pass as they have done before? And that's the expectation. Way back in 2023, when they closed the ABK deal, they said they were going to wait and they would plan to bring those games to Game Pass. Now the rumor is that Xbox plans to drip feed those games into the service. And at this point, with some 40 or 50 games that are eligible, and we've only seen 3 or 4, the drip feed is unacceptable. Gears of War, Marcus Phoenix Trilogy is real. There are many sources that have cited what's going on with this trilogy, when it's going to come out, but some of the most reliable things we've heard is from Windows Central's Jez Corden and Ecstasis, an insider who has some kind of crazy claims about what will actually be included with the Gears trilogy. Of course, with the Marcus Phoenix trilogy, we expect to get Gears 1, 2, and 3. I don't think we're going to get Judgment in that package, but Ecstasis claims that there'll be no co-op and no multiplayer shipping with the Gears trilogy, which means if you're expecting a Halo Master Chief Collection suite with all of the campaigns and all the maps bundled together in a one great package, I'm not quite sure that's what Xbox has in store. Jez Corden said that he heard that there is no competitive PvP, but that would include campaign co-op and the multiplayer co-op Horde Mode. The reason for no competitive multiplayer with all of the different maps and features that usually ship with the Gears 1, 2, and 3 games is that Xbox doesn't want to split the fan base when Gears E-Day is set to come out either at the end of 2025, just after the Gears trilogy, or being pushed into early 2026. Jez Corden said, and I'm looking into the Gears collective rumors to find something concrete. I do think it would be an odd thing for any prospective Gears collection to ship without PvP. Competitive multiplayer is a staple of the Gears franchise, and Xbox and Microsoft would be completely foolish to allow this game to come out and not have that complete package, even if they plan to have Gears E-Day come out some months or even half a year afterwards. I don't believe for a second that Xbox is worried about splitting their fan base between the Gears trilogy and the upcoming Gears E-Day. The next Xbox generation is about to kick off in 2026. This came up yet again with Ghost of Hope. A known and trusted Call of Duty leaker said that the 2026 Call of Duty is set to be developed on the next generation Xbox development kit, and in 2026, they will no longer support the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. He says the game is reportedly a 4th installment in the Modern Warfare reboot franchise, and since it's supposedly being developed on the Xbox dev kit at the middle part of 2026, It's kind of strange to think that they would be pushing the next generation console launch over a year and a half later. From what we've heard, as late as February 2025, just a month ago, Xbox had greenlit the development for next generation consoles, and they were set to release those consoles in the holiday of 2027. I'll have a video about that soon in the coming weeks, and that is your gaming weekly news. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I appreciate all your support, and if you got this far, if you made it all the way through this long video of talking about all the news, write in the chat, Lukather. That's, well, you should know what Lukather is, right? If you ended up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new weekly content. If you want to further support what we're doing here on the Colteastwood channel, you do that by hitting the join button below. That'll get you early access for videos, monthly merch giveaways, so much more. Please check out the Patreon. Join the Patreon group. Find a tier there you like and join us on the Ecstasy Club. You'll also get some of the perks that channel members do. Thanks so much for that support. Check us out on the Ecstasy Podcast. That's a weekly podcast. It runs about 2 hours. Mag and I are going to be talking about the news. We'll dig into the rumors and more detailed discussion about what's happening and what we can expect. Let me know what you think about this week's gaming news and write in the comments what you're the most excited about. And while you're there, as I always say, please be nice.